Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting Lore by Candlelight adventure. This time, we are playing our way through Battleborn. Ooh, this is a candle trio for adventurers who thrive in combat, because this, being a Lore by Candlelight game, is presented in association with Cantrip Candles, the finest maker of fantasy-themed candles that has ever existed, for my money. Ooh, so beautiful. Yeah. We burn a lot of Cantrip candles here on this channel. My name is Philip. I am the Dungeon Master tonight, which is a rare occasion in which I get to say that. And I am joined by 5 of the most wonderful dragons who tonight will not be dragons. Even so, I would love you all to roar hello, players.
Hello, players.
Yes, so we have, just like we did for a few weeks ago when we played through the stealth module, we kind of had like a Blood from a Stone group come show up for that. That's while this game was actually on hiatus since everyone was traveling. We are back here in our Here Be Dragons time slot with the entire Here Be Dragons cast for 3 weeks of candle burning fun. If you watch Stealth, you saw that was a much more kind of heist, sneaking around sort of game. Battleborn, as you might expect, is all about puzzles and clues. That's a joke. Battleborn is about combat. And I'm excited to have this group here ready to pick some fights. I will just mention these... currently, Cantrip Candles does not have these Adventure Triptych sets available. They are returning in fall of 2024, so in just a couple of months. And they will include, if you buy Battleborn, this very module that was written by me, and now I'm running it as a preview for them. So yeah, I wrote all these modules. If you players didn't know that, by the way, I wrote these for Cantrip Candles, so that's why we're doing this. I think let's go ahead and get in the mood before we actually start playing. If everyone would grab their Black Hound Tavern,
my favorite,
which has the scent of whiskey and firewood. Here is the, I'll show off all this artwork. There's kind of some fun D&D style drawings atop it. The description for this one is: the Black Hound Tavern is a dark and cozy gathering place for weary travelers. The smell of barrel-aged whiskey fills the room, and a warm, crackling fireplace makes for an ideal place to sit and enjoy a stiff brew. So yes, let's go ahead and smoke them if you got them, everybody.
That's wonderful.
Look at the cute little matches.
And the matchbooks that come with them. Very fun.
Oh, there were matchbooks? There.
But I really like it's a very pleasant sort of whiskey scent for this one. Very, very nice. And this will put us all sort of in the same... Sadly, we don't all play in a room together because it's logistically a nightmare and who wants to drive. But this actually kind of, we were talking about this during our stealth ones and some of our after stuff. This kind of gives us the sense that we are all kind of in the same room because we're all smelling the same thing.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's a fun vibe. So.
Look at that.
Beautiful. So I think that for this game, I think we'll go ahead and get into things, and then we will introduce these characters to you. You might notice we're trying something a little different with our sort of overlay situations where everybody you can see everyone's name and species and class and everything sort of there all the time. So hopefully that's legible and we have a good sense of that. We'll kind of introduce these characters as we get into it, but I think we're going to go ahead and start. If you guys are ready. And as this is a module that I wrote, it begins with that good old D&D classic, read or paraphrase the following block of text, which I shall do now. After an interminable trudge through frozen, war-torn countryside, the city of Hammerstead seems to you a welcome respite, even if the mood is dour and the citizens mistrusting of strangers. You quickly find yourselves directed to the Black Hound Tavern, a dark and cozy public house rich with the scent of barrel-aged whiskey and questions best left unasked. A dim but warming fire crackles in an old stone fireplace behind a rusted grate, casting flickering shadows against the stone, wattle and daub walls. A few small groups hunch over their drinks at oaken tables, all seem taciturn, worried, and they cast suspicious glances at the other groups, and also at your party, as you enter the quiet space and make your way to the bar. So, the new arrivals, whom these kind of serious-minded, grumbling figures are sort of checking out, are, in other words, 2 gnomes, a dwarf, an elf, and a tiefling walk into a bar. That's the setup here. So let's talk a little bit about who it is they might be laying eyes on. Pierce, we'll start with you. I'm just going to horseshoe around here.
Oh, sure. Yes, I'm Grayson Ironbeard. I've got sort of long braided locks coming down the side and braids in the beard that sort of follow them down. Sort of red hair, darker sort of tan skin. Currently wearing some brand new plate mail, though it's a little dinged up. We got it a little bit of a discount, but it's brand new to me. And carrying sort of well, not carrying, not brandishing, but just sort of on my back is Hugh, a sort of magical battle axe that I have.
So an armored dwarf with a serious axe. Not someone most people would want to mess with. Let's, Anna, why don't you describe your character next?
Okay, I am Tree Gorga, and I am I'm a druid, but I'm a tiefling, but I'm not quite red. I'm more like the color of spray tan. And I have some claws, but I don't like to show those. And I'm real tired. I just kind of want to just rest and like maybe just have some meat or something, like light alcohol.
Another figure that people probably don't want to mess with, for maybe a different reason than the armed and armored dwarf. Something about
I kind of have a little bit of sparkles around me, but it's more like if you look closely, there's spores, and it's not good.
Bad spores?
No, we got bad
You
spores.
wouldn't want to mess with them.
Joining this group is also a. Would you tell us a little about your character, Jed?
Oh yeah, I'm Christopher. Sort of a nickname name thing. I just like to, go around and see the world. That's kind of my goal here. You might notice my big, staff that's about twice my size, and got a perky personality even if I'm a little bit older with my white beard going on here. But yeah, that's me.
Wonderful. He, I feel like, maybe isn't putting off the vibe of don't mess with this guy, even though as a wizard you probably should not mess with him. Perhaps
completely the
more so.
opposite. He's more like, can I help you? Is really, yeah. Honestly, trying
very
like offering to carry the beers around in the tavern, just whatever I can do for somebody,
Wow.
because it's an experience. Experiences should be experienced, and that's what I like to do. Is go around, experience things.
Questifer's vibe is different than the vibe in this bar. I'll say that. Andrew, would you tell us about your character?
Yes. Very tall, very skinny, quite pale elf, Fenrith. Also dressed in a very dinged up set of plate. Like, we get into arguments about who got a better deal on their plate. But this is exactly the kind of place that I love to be in. And if you notice, there's a very long, somewhat skinny sword on his side, and if you notice, he looks a little bit small for the plate, and if you notice him moving, his arms have a little bit of a shake to them.
There you go. I would say, based on the others, Thanrith probably strikes me as a medium don't want to mess with. Not as kind of immediately like intimidating as the first two, but certainly not as approachable as Questifer. But and then joining them as well, and actually Agarita we'll do a moment with you at the door. Why don't you describe your character to us?
Well, I am Agarita Sundew, and I am a young gnome, female, kind of blondish, dressed in various shades of green. and I'm just happy to be here.
Wonderful.
And I have there is with me Daisy, my companion, and it's a very mean-looking wild boar with one broken tusk and everything, but also has a fancy leather collar.
And I will add that Agarita, you probably your boar probably. I think the others might have advised this, but also anyone sort of coming in. Your boar is not welcome inside this establishment. Your boar was.
It has an emotional support banner thingy on it. It's a support animal.
It's an emotional support thing.
It's a service boar.
A service
It's a
boar.
service
I
boar.
understand. Agarita, there's kind of someone sitting at the door, sees you bringing this boar, and is like, you can't bring a boar in it. What? You can't bring a wild animal. Get that thing out of here. Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll to convince this person.
Persuasion, that would be.
You could
What
attempt
is it?
intimidation instead, but it seems like it's all the same for you.
Okay.
Plus zeros on this.
Rolled. What the heck is it? 15.
A
And
15.
plus nothing.
Given that the boar is actually larger than you, the person is very just confused about your insistence that you let it in. You are persuasive in some ways with a 15, but it's like other people are actually coming over, and I think with a 15 that will warrant the this individual calling over the barkeeper here, and
What if Daisy does some tricks?
What if Daisy does tricks?
Mhm.
You can certainly propose that, but at this point, a middle-aged human. He's got a hardy beard, thick leather apron. He's a really very big guy, larger I think than anyone in this party certainly, since it's gnomes and dwarves and such. He's a human. He kind of has this leather apron on, stained with all sorts of ales. He is coming around the bar and sort of. Kind of saying, "What's the problem then? What's going on?
Be good, sir.
Is this a meal delivery? You take those around the back."
No, this is my pet. It's Daisy. Daisy, say hello to the nice man. And I just.
Is your pet?
Yes, he's my pet. He's trained.
He kind of grins for a moment. Looking at this, is anyone in this group proficient in insight?
Oh.
No.
Nope.
Not a one? Nary a one?
Doing
Yes.
great, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Tree, you're
I have a
proficient in
plus
insight?
too.
Yeah.
Tree, go ahead and give me an insight roll on this bartender.
Okay. Oh, a 10.
A 10. He seems like a nice enough person. You can tell that he's kind of got some knowing look on his face, but you're not quite sure what it implies. He kind of looks Agarita up and down a couple of times, and then looks back at it and says, "All right, I don't think this is your pet. I think what you mean is this is your mount, isn't it?"
Well, that too.
Right,
It
I
can
can
be
tell by
both.
this little saddle you got on there. Well, no mounts are allowed inside, but we do have a very nice stable around, and I got some good scraps.
That's discrimination. You can't do that.
It's
He's a-
indiscrimination.
He has
Yeah.
rights. Yeah.
Well, I understand, but we don't have wild animals in our.
Not wild
This is not
animal.
wild.
What if we
This is not
what if we
wild.
we could just put it? Do you have a booth in the back? And I'm sure we'd love to just buy some rounds.
And-
I would love to buy a round. I would love to buy a round for myself and for my friend here.
And if you have some apple cider, Daisy would love it.
Right.
I
Well,
would like to.
I'm happy to give Daisy apple cider out in the stables, but go ahead, Fanrith. You're trying to do this. Give me a persuasion yourself.
11.
He kind of looks at you all and says,
Do
"You're
I
all
have
out
money?
from It's let me guess, and I mean with no disrespect. I've been in your shoes many occasions before. It's your first time in a city in a while, isn't it? You've been stopping
It
at
is for
roads.
me.
at roadside inns and doing things there. We're in Hammerstead. This isn't sort of the, you're not kind of out in the woods here. We're not on a roadside tavern. This is a fine establishment. You hear someone just like hacking up a lung behind you and like spilling some, ale as they're. Point being, yeah, we've got a bit. We still have certain standards, and I'll let everyone wear their armor and keep their sort of, display their weapons on. That's fine, but we gotta draw the line, because otherwise, if I let you bring in your boar, someone's bringing a horse in, and I can't have that.
Let's just let it go.
It's hard for me to let things go.
I will have to talk it out with Daisy.
Okay.
And I will, we go into a chat and.
Okay, so you can lean down. Give me an animal handling roll as you talk to Daisy. I mean, Daisy does what you want. Daisy will follow your command, of course, as your beast companion. But in this instance, there may be a degree of having to smooth things over.
Oh, it is only a 12.
A 12. Daisy seems sort of frustrated, although go ahead and say anything you're going to say to Daisy.
That's okay, Daisy. I will come out and bring you some food.
And to that point, actually, this barkeep, he's already gone back and he's bringing a massive tray of like scraps and slop and such, which Daisy begins.
That's terrible.
Daisy begins kind of sniffing at, very like, and he kind of says, "It'll just be right around here," and he sort of walks out the front door to like
you
a
just
stable.
Assume that my Daisy will eat slop.
You say that, and Daisy, meanwhile, turns back to you, face covered in slop. Like,
Daisy!
yeah.
I don't take you anywhere.
He's like, that's kind of why we have a policy that you don't. There you go. Yeah. And he sort of puts Daisy. He basically, there are some stables, and he puts Daisy just in a stall, and kind of, Daisy seems perfectly happy. There's a few horses on the sort of stable next to the thing. He didn't even tie Daisy up on like the horse post out front, so Daisy's got a stall. Anyway, he sort of comes in and says, "My name's Jude Barrelchest. It's a sort of proprietor here, but you said something about buying some rounds there, friend. Come on in. Let's get you guys sorted."
Thank you, Jude.
Been plate mail. You're not. Are you in an army? Or are you mercenaries?
Well, we're.
I like to think we help out people in need.
That's right.
We like a little adventure.
Right. So you're not in one of the armies.
I've never been one for hierarchy. No.
Right. Fair enough. Well, sort of, kind of, leads you guys over to the bar. He'll step back. There's a couple other people tending bar there. He starts pouring some drinks out. Does anyone in the group have, like, we'll say passive perception, like 16 or higher, or passive insight probably.
Yeah.
You have high passive perception?
Yeah,
Tree?
17.
17, great. Tree, I'm gonna say
investigation.
Passive investigation. I'll say you probably clock this just in a slightly different way here. You're maybe getting more cultural references. Tree is just literally picking up like the who and the what. You see that there are 4 primary clusters of people in this bar, Tree. I'm just going to say them out to you now, and you can ask me at any time to review them or jot them down if you want notes. But as you're kind of coming in here, you sort of see that there's kind of 4 areas where there's a larger gathering of people. The first group, there is an elvish woman. She is wearing armor, and she is seated with 2 humans who look more barbaric and barbarian in their sort of, they have axes or mauls and things, and she's kind of talking to them, and she's wearing what seems to be almost like a uniform of some kind. She has a spear with her, and she's kind of talking very animated, and they're really paying attention to her. But they're given a wide berth, and they seem to sort of take up a whole table. The next person you see there is a gnome wearing Jester's motley, and he's kind of joking around with some people, but kind of in like a low-key way, and you hear some like kind of quiet laughs. He has 5 commoners with him, just like run-of-the-mill, a dwarf, an elf, a human.
But his jokes aren't that funny.
Make an insight roll, Tree.
That's a nat 1.
Nat 1. He must be he or actually you don't. Maybe he's not telling jokes. Maybe everyone has a cough.
Oh.
You also see there is a human woman in ring mail with kind of fur on top of it. She is seated with several knights, like also in plate armor, like yours. 3 knights, and they also appear to be wearing some sort of like uniform or colors, some kind of organized thing. One of those hierarchies you're not into, Thanrith. And finally, you see that there is a human man in leather armor that is studded with rough scraps of pig iron all over, just like stuck all into it. Kind of, it's almost like homemade studded leather. He looks very he has these huge bushy eyebrows, and he's just kind of sitting there. And there's several fairly tough customers sitting with him. Unlike the sort of people who were sitting with the gnome who's maybe or maybe not telling jokes, they all just look like normal people. The guy sitting with this person, there's 4 kind of like gnarly looking figures, kind of people who, you know, like one of them, she kind of looks at you, she's got like a scar on her face and just kind of, you know, little, you get a little more criminal vibes from them, I suppose. Yeah. So to recap, there's bushy eyebrows, pig iron, there's woman in fine armor with knights, there's woman in slightly less fine armor with barbarians, and then there's a gnome telling jokes.
So I tell everybody about them, or are we, or what am I?
You can start talking about them if you want to. Right now, you guys are sort of at the bar, and you're being handed some flagons.
Okay, so I want to tell you guys all that I observe, and then also that the criminal ones, they look like fun. I'm just saying, like, if we're here to make friends, we should make friends with those guys.
Are we trying to make friends, or are we trying to make friends?
Yeah.
Well, we just got here, so I don't know that.
I'm always trying to make friends.
I don't get the joke.
It's not really a joke. It's more just I didn't want to say start a brawl out in the open, but here we are now saying it.
Oh, so. I thought you meant like hit on him. I was gonna hit on him.
Oh, I mean, by all means, do what you're after, but I'm just trying to get a gauge of how we're walking into a situation, you know?
Oh, with a drink, hopefully.
I mean, to me, it always seems like, why not make friends? You know,
yeah.
We're gonna I'd say we make friends.
Okay.
I don't know which friend you're talking about, but I say we make friends.
I think for you, Christopher, it's usually the first option.
I'll tell you the truth. I almost always go for the first option. I don't know what it is, but I'm usually, let's do that.
All right, let's make some friends.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Do we need extra drinks? I'll go get extra drinks to bring to
Sure, I'll go introduce ourselves.
Okay, so
I'll go with you.
So to my 2 gnome friends, which group are you 2 walking toward?
Oh, which one is the closest?
They're fairly I roll a d4.
Go talk to the guy with the grumpy
two?
folk.
2.
The
closest
one.
The closest to you is the other gnome, but the individual who it seems like Thanrith, you were talking about the guy with the pig iron armor.
Yes.
That's who the others are sort of suggesting you instead go talk to the criminals.
Now, you know what, Agarita? I just had this idea. More friends are better than less friends.
That's true.
Let's go talk to the bigger group.
Okay.
That's the elf lady and her bodyguard friends,
I
right?
like that. Let's do that.
That's 3. That's 3 friends as opposed to just 1. I think this just makes plenty of sense.
Math rules, yes.
All right, so you are going to. I've heard all 3 proposed as things. So you guys are.
We're gonna talk to the elf lady.
You're going to talk to the elf lady. Okay, great.
Okay, we can talk to all of them eventually.
So you kind of move
That's
over,
true.
and this elvish woman is there, and she's kind of as you approach, you hear her saying, Its breath is as hot as a furnace. You've never felt anything like it. And the fact that we were there, it enrages me. And as she's sort of
Is
saying
it a
this...
dragon?
What?
Is it a dragon?
Dragon, no. I know of dragons. This is no dragon. This is something far worse. You... Wait, who are you?
Is it a bull? A phoenix?
No. Forgive me. It is a Leviathan.
Oh, wow.
That is a wow.
A
Yeah.
Leviathan. Yes, Leviathan, a horrid thing. It is akin to a dragon in some ways, but much more monstrous. It goes beneath the waves and pulls down ships. Its breath is as hot as a furnace. It has
I've read
this
about such things.
Maybe
rose
he's just trying to make friends.
Trying to make friends? Well, you've come to the wrong city. The countryside is at war, and trade is cut off because of this very beast. And everyone is too afraid to do anything about it. My entire party were wiped out by it.
I'm
I'm
so sorry to
sorry.
hear that.
Well, it's not my fault.
Oh, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, no,
I just feel like that's such a traumatic experience for you to have all your friends go bye-bye due to a Leviathan.
Traumatic? You don't know the half of it. It was this thing is there's nothing that can be done. This town is doomed. There's no hope.
Well, you know,
Does it
Why-
have tentacles?
Yes?
Oh, I love
How did you know?
tentacles.
Have you certainly you've never seen one before because it has tentacles, it has arms, it has 20 arms at least.
Oh,
wow, that's a lot of arms.
that's a lot. Hands on old arms?
Yes, I certainly saw a hand.
Oh, interesting.
It's a horrifying thing. It's
Yeah, that
impossible
sounds
to
very
behold.
terrible. I'm so sorry for your experience. Maybe we can make it a good experience today. Why don't you tell us your story? Me and my friends here, we thought we could be friends with you, and you could tell us all about this Leviathan.
You want to be friends with me? One of these sort of kind of burly sort of barbarians sitting with her, he sort of just says, "Hey, Valara, you want to tell them, if you're going to tell the story, I'm probably going to go get another ale because I've heard the beginning of the story a lot of times. I like the later part, but I've heard this start a lot, so I'm going to go now. Roto, you want to go?" He goes, "Yeah, sure thing, Monk, let's go." And they stand up and they walk away, and she's...
Before they go away. Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Christopher. You're Roro?
I'm
what was your name?
Monk, and I'm Roto,
Good to meet you, Monk and Roto.
and you're...
Why don't you hurry come back?
Well, I'm not going to hurry too much. I've heard the beginning of the story. She's going to talk about all her allies and how they were sort of parts of a mercenary group. And I don't really care about hearing the beginning of the story because it doesn't have fighting in it. But once it gets to the part where all the people die, that's the fun part because it's got hacking in it.
Okay. You want me to call you over when the hacking starts?
I think I know the timing, Gnome, but Christopher Gnome, but I appreciate
All right.
the offer.
Well, just here to help, buddy.
Why? Who are you helping?
Whoever needs it.
What do you mean?
Like, do you want me to tell you when the hacking starts in the story?
I said I knew.
But if you did want someone to tell you, I'd be your guy.
He leans down and just glares at him and says, "What's your game, Gnome?"
My game?
Yeah.
Well, to travel around, to see things, to experience the world, and hopefully do a little good.
Oh.
What's your game? I do also like Three Dragon Ante, if that's something that you're a fan of.
I don't like that game. It's cheating. They always tell me, I say I'm gonna follow it around the cups, and it never works. And it's wizardry. There's nothing I hate more than wizardry. It's all sleight of hands and magic. Wizards and rogues. Yeah.
Everything all right over here, Christopher? Making friends?
Well, yeah,
Making
trying
friends.
to. My friend, this is Monk, I believe.
I'm
He
Roto.
doesn't-
I'm Monk.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Roto. He doesn't like Three Dragon Ante. He says all wizards and tricks and stuff, which I might take a little bit of offense to, but honestly, I understand what he's saying. It's just kind of expressing himself in that way. So he's gonna go get himself some mail, and then we're gonna listen to a story about a Leviathan getting hacked to pieces. I'm sorry, or our friend's
The Leviathan hacked
party.
everyone to pieces.
There you go.
They tried to stand up against it, but they were woefully unprepared. There's nothing that can be done about it. There's so many teeth inside its massive maw, row after row, each one more razor sharp than the last. You think I'm a coward because I lived? Is that what you're saying? Because I ran? You think I'm a coward?
No, nobody said that.
Did you
Not
run?
at all.
You're thinking
It's
it though,
common
aren't you?
sense.
Well, I'm just wondering if you ran, or if you think. I'm just sorry. I was trying to follow if you said that we think you ran, or that you did run, and that's why we would think you're a coward.
You think I'm a coward? She stands up and draws her sword. Or she draws her spear. And Roto and Monk are like, "Oh wait, we're fighting. Are we fighting? All right, we're fighting."
No.
And you know what? Just for some fun here, Questifer, just since you're the last one he was talking to,
Sure.
Roto brings a maul down on your head.
That seems unnecessary.
Does a 14 hit your armor class?
It would, except that I cast shield and
You
block it.
shield, and as that happens, he goes, "Wizard!" And at that point, my friends, because as one would probably guess at a combat thing that takes place in Blackhound Tavern, this module is just a barroom brawl. So, my
Yes.
friends and neighbors, let's roll initiative. And boy, do I have to roll initiative for too many things.
Well,
So I don't get to hit on those criminals.
I mean,
You-
in a different
you-
way.
Trying to fight them.
You
you
absolutely
get to hit 'em.
can, if you want to use your turn to try to bring them into the fight, either on your side or not, or just hitting on them.
Maybe do like a sexy Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of thing, you know? Punch, punch, kiss, kiss, you know?
Punch, punch, kiss, kiss. Okay. That being said, boy, there sure do seem to be a lot of people in this bar who might get involved in this fight, you know? Like, sure seems like a lot of,
I get it. You know, we're all just waiting.
waiting for a fight. Okay, so, my friends, have any of you rolled a 20 or higher for your initiative? Okay. Has anyone here rolled a 15 or higher for initiative?
I rolled a natural 20, so I have a 19.
Grayson, you rolled you told me that you can't roll initiative to save your life. That's what you said to me.
Yeah. It's very rare.
That
All
seems
right,
yeah.
I made up for it.
You made up for it. Great. Is anybody at 10 or higher?
11.
11. Oh, baby.
Oh boy.
Okay. And what about 5 or higher?
6.
8.
6 for Agarita, 8 for Tree. Okay. And how are you doing, Thanrith?
3.
3. Thanrith, did you also dump Dex?
Yes, of course.
So you're at 8 Dex?
Well, no, actually, I have a 12 dex, so
Oh.
I rolled very low.
Oh, you didn't, because Grayson dumped it to the point that he rolled a nat 20, so has a 19.
No,
see what you're saying.
I dumped Constitution, like you do.
Oh, you dumped Constitution. Okay. Okay. Adjusting
That
how
took
many
me a minute to hear that one. I was like, wait, what?
adjusting
Oh,
how
yeah.
many friends might be in this first round of the fight. Okay. That is Mr. Monk. Okay, so
I'm very pale. Did you hear me? I'm very pale.
So Grayson, what you see is a maul comes down on Questiver, who blocks it, but now a fight is on. What would you like to do?
I'll grab Hugh off my back and a shield up
Okay.
and take a swing at the guy who just mauled my friend.
Was it Roto? I think it was Roto. So
It's
go
Roto.
ahead. Take your attack upon Roto.
Oh, that's bad. 10.
10 does not hit Roto. Or we'll say a 10 does hit Roto, but he like flexes and it just kind of
Sure.
like bounces off. Like, "Ah!" He looks at you and you hit him, and in response to that, he looks at you and still points at Questiver and goes, "Wizard!"
I'll take my second attack.
He's assuming that your strike just went wide.
Sure.
How do we do
I
here?
am a wizard.
18 for the second.
An 18 will hit.
All right, so that will be for 7 points of damage. He doesn't, unless he happens to be a plant creature or made of wood.
He is neither.
Okay.
But what he is a berserker with just so many hit points. For a CR2, boy, did they get a lot of hit points. All right. With that, this is not going to be the smartest thing that she could do, because, you know, you are in plate mail, and you have a shield out. But you're the one who said she was a coward. So Valara Valaxum is going to leap forward and attack you with her spear. She's going to do 2 attacks with this spear. And it's a +2 spear, so it goes to... Okay, I know that a 15 does not hit your armor class.
Does not hit.
But what about a 26?
That will hit.
That'll hit. So that one will deal... maximum damage for her, which is 6, so that's 11.
All right.
And she will also use a bonus action for a short sword attack.
Okay.
Which she also draws. That is I'm so sorry, that is a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that one. This is not a magical attack. The spear like hurt more than it should, and it felt a little warm as she hit you with it. This one, however, I roll 5 on the damage, so that's another 8 hit points.
Okay.
As she... I'm not a coward! I'm not a coward at all! You weren't there! You didn't see it! Cool. It is Monk's turn. Wow, this is a real... You guys really didn't roll great on initiative. Let's see. I'm gonna have Monk just randomly attack someone, but you know what? I am going to include the possibility that Monk attacks someone unrelated to your group. So I'm going to roll a d6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but on a 6, Monk will take a swing at one of the other parties. That's a 6 to hyperspace.
Okay.
So we'll say 1, 2, 3. Monk screams and attacks the human woman in armor. He attacks Dame Lursine. Just... fight me! And he just comes over as she's attacking. I'm gonna roll these attacks, but Christopher, you're up next.
Okay. Whoa, can't we just be friends? Let's stop fighting. He's gonna take his massive staff, and then he's just going to point it at the 2 brutes that kind of started this.
Okay.
And cast web. And try and
Web. Okay. Now
Yeah.
web is gonna hit. You know, you guys are around a table, so this will be. Can web target only certain creatures?
No.
Okay, so you'll if you web you will be webbed within this web if you web. Also, I was using the wrong creature stat blocks for my dear. So Grayson, you actually got off easy. It would have been more damage and more stuff, but I'm gonna go with what it was.
Really?
She is a gladiator, not a veteran. I'm so sorry. So
Cool.
she's gonna be more trouble next time.
What's the dimensions of this room that we're in?
A great question, and in fact, it is sort of described in this module that some idiot wrote as basically just being a kind of, you know, like a moderately sized thing, probably 30 feet in all dimensions. That being said, there are some areas in here that might have like that might, you know, like there's a fireplace, and
Sure.
people could interact with the fireplace. There's some other things going on as well, but
Well,
yeah.
it's a 20-foot cube.
Okay, you're gonna
Web.
hit the
Is
web
there a
will
way
hit
to-
a lot of people. In other words,
No, that's perfect. I want people to stop fighting.
great.
So let's hit as many of the people that aren't my people.
Understood. So you'll just kind of
Yeah.
web. You're gonna certainly hit the 3 of them. You and Grayson will definitely be in this, but we can say the rest of your team is maybe just outside. Although if they then enter the web, is it difficult terrain for them as well after they enter it? Okay, so yeah, we'll say that. Well, Agarita was right there with you, so Agarita, you're gonna be stuck in it too. But we can say Fenrith and Tree were a bit back.
Yeah.
So what happens with web? It's a saving throw we make.
Haven't cast this one in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old web.
So
And
do
If
I
they
go-
start their turn there, they make a dex saving throw. It just happens.
It happens, and if they start their turn within it, it's a dex save. Okay, great.
Yeah. Everything's lightly obscured in the area, and it's difficult terrain.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, so basically, we'll say Thanrith and Tree, you two are on the edge of it. Grayson, this web comes over you. Agarita, it comes over you as well. It comes over all of them, and it comes over it comes over this night woman, Dame Lursine, and her crew. So, cool.
Yeah.
Wizardly turn. Speaking of Tree, it is your turn, so you are not within these webs. You are on the outside of them.
Has any enemy come into my 10 feet of me?
No one has approached within 10 feet of you.
Okay, when they do, spores be haloing.
So you're going to activate your halo of
Yeah,
spores.
as a reaction when somebody moves into my... If an enemy moves into space, I'm activating my halo of
Okay.
spores.
Perfect, yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do as your action here?
As my action, I would like to cast... if I cast Chill Touch, can it go into where the web is?
Yeah, you can cast that. Chill Touch is this weird. It's like a spectral hand, right? That it turns into. Again, worst named spell. It's Chill Touch. You don't touch someone with it. It's not cold damage. Yeah, it's just like you make this necrotic hand, and so yeah, you can easily hit somebody in that web with it.
Okay, so it's a +7 to hit.
All right. Who are you targeting? There are 2 berserkers and 1 Valara Veloxum, this elf who's attacking Grayson mercilessly.
I'll target the elf.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Oh, wow. 13.
Sadly, a 13 does not hit. She is too. In fact, you probably should have had disadvantage since if the area is lightly obscured, it's kind of she's hard to see through the webs. You reach for what you thought was her, but was a shadow kind of in this webbing that Questifer had created. All right, it's Roto's turn, so he has to make a dex save. But that's not a good roll. He rolled very bad on this dex save, so that means he's restrained.
He's restrained.
Oof, restrained is tough. And he does get to use his action to make a strength check to break out. But he'll still be restrained if he doesn't. He will certainly use his action to try to break out, just because why wouldn't he? Strength check for this guy is, but I don't think a 9 beats your spell save DC. So
15.
Unfortunately,
No.
Roto is all tied up. Agarita, can you make a dexterity saving throw since you are within the webs?
Okay. I rolled a 12. What is my dex save? I have +7 dex.
Well, I think you're going. I think if anyone was gonna get out of it, my money was gonna be on the ranger. So
Okay,
yes,
so I think it's 19 or something.
yeah, but in Quest for you're a 15, so you're able to kind of
50. Yeah, you're good.
get away from the webs, no problem. So you have an action.
Okay, is there anybody right next to me?
Yeah, I think Roto is probably next to you. Monk sort of moved away, but you and Questifer
So
were next
if I
to each other.
moved away, he would have an opportunity attack.
He's restrained, so he does not.
Oh, restrained?
Or I guess he'd have disadvantage on it. Can you make an opposite attack while restrained? I know your attacks are sort of weaker, but yeah.
I don't know.
We'll say it's disadvantage if he does, but he's focused more on the wizard.
Anyway, I'm right there, so I'm just gonna first bonus section, hunter's mark on him,
Ooh, a hunter's mark.
and then because we are right next to him, I'm going to stab him on the foot
Ow.
with my short sword,
Rude. All right, go ahead. Stab a foot.
and it's just like, stop fighting.
Okay.
And let's see.
Stop fighting.
Ooh, that's bad. Bad. It's a 11.
Do you have advantage on creatures who are restrained attacks?
You do.
So you get to you add advantage,
Ooh.
so you can roll twice for that.
Oh, that's much better. That's a 19 plus 7.
That will hit.
And that's 2d6 because I have 100 mark, right?
It is.
And plus 4. And I rolled a 6 and a 5.
Hey.
So that's 11 plus 4, 15 damage.
He yelps. my foot! Dang, it hurts. It's painful. All right, 15. Very good. Finally, Fenrith, it is your turn. So you are outside of the webbing, but you see there's a lot of fighting going on within the webbing. There's also a few non-combatants are just stuck in this web, like, what the, kind of situation.
Okay, so questions.
Please.
Number 1, do I have my drink?
You have a drink in hand, yes.
Okay, good. I would like to take a sip of my drink.
Perfect.
And swirl around. How fancy does this elf look?
The elf,
Yes.
she does not, Valara Valaxim, she does not appear to be, she is probably a forest elf. She is very angry. She is not kind of like, she's not a highfalutin sort of elf.
All right. All right. I'm going to then. All right. I'm going to reluctantly and very slowly bring up my hand and cast command on Valara Valaxim, and
Okay.
the command is vomit.
Vomit. All right. It is a wisdom save she has to do.
Yeah, wisdom 14.
All right.
I mean, we are in a tavern.
She does not.
There's sawdust on the ground, I hope.
Again, you guys are in a city, okay? Hold on. That was heartbreaking
miss
for
the
you. It was a
woods.
1, and then it rolled onto a 19.
Oh,
So unfortunately, she, if anything though, she probably thinks that she misunderstands vomit to be coward, and she seems really like mad and upset. But
All right.
yes, unfortunately, she does not spend her turn vomiting, but you can spend your turn sipping on a fairly fine drink.
Okay. I'd also like to clock the room, if I may, and see, are other people getting involved?
Perfect. Excellent question, Thanrith. In fact, everyone is getting involved. Everyone
boy.
not stuck in this, and they're not fighting you necessarily, but I'm going to give you advantage on the following. Because you said you're looking around. No roll is required, but because you're kind of using a thing to kind of glance, you'll get at this. Here on initiative count 0, we have what's called the flying chairs. As basically around the bar, chairs are being thrown, flagons are hurling, people are throwing things this way and that. I need every single person here to roll a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. I am going to say that those of you who, Questifer and Grayson, you have not yet had to make your thing against the webs, so we'll say that even if you wind up being stuck in the webs, you were able to move, or webs blocked it a little bit here. Thanrith, you'll have advantage because you were looking out for this. So.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
18.
8.
8.
A 1 and a 7.
That is really a bummer, and I'm very sorry. Grayson?
Also 8.
8, okay.
13 right on the
13
nose.
right on the dot. Questifer, how did you do, my friend?
I rolled an 8 as well.
An 8. Okay, so Trey, you sort of move. Thanrith, we'll say that you see like a chair leg being hurled your way, and you step backwards right into a flying mug that hits you in the back of the head. Questifer, you are hit also by a mug. Grayson, you're a bigger target. A chair will clobber you. Agarita and Tree, the two of you are able to sort of move out. However, those who got hit do take, I'm so sorry, I rolled the max damage. It's just 1d6. But each of you takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you are smacked by debris. That was initiative count 0. We are now starting a new turn, and I have to roll some new combatants. Give me one moment. Ooh, she rolled that.
Whoever threw something at me, I look at him and I just wink.
All right. Okay, cool. However, let me just roll. I don't think any of these characters are going to beat Grayson's initiative. So Grayson, why don't you go ahead and do your thing?
Okay. First I have to make a dex save, right?
You do have to make a dex save. Yes, that is true.
Okay.
Welcome.
8 again.
Mhm.
So I am trapped in the web.
Now you
So I
can attack at disadvantage if you want to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you don't.
But
have
you're
to
also
attack.
attacking someone who's also restrained, so it would cancel, right? Because you have advantage on attacks.
That's true.
Everyone's restrained, I guess. Yeah, they can't move, you can't move, so it's kind of it's a slow old man fight. Go for it.
All right, so I'm gonna attack her.
Okay.
She seems like a problem.
Valara Veloxum.
So it's a 20 to hit on the first one.
A 20 will hit her.
For 8 points of damage, unless again she is a plant person.
She is not. Yeah, you were attacking Roto last time, but now you're sort of turning to her since she came for you.
Let's choose a plant person.
Yeah, 20. You hit her. So that was how much damage? 8.
8 points of damage on that attack.
Next one.
Second attack is a 19. So that is a crit.
19
For
is
me
a
as
crit
a
for
champion
thee.
fighter.
I love it. All right.
So how are we doing this? Are we doing the
Max
one die
damage,
is max?
then you roll.
Okay.
So it's whatever the max damage for a normal roll will be, and then roll the dice on top of it.
1, 9, so 14.
14 is not bad. You certainly clobber her a couple times from the webs and sort of swirling around and everything.
And then I will go ahead and for my bonus action, I will second wind.
All right. Hey,
Because, my God, have you beat on me?
never a bad
That's a
time
10.
to do it. Hey.
So that's 15 points of healing.
All right. Oof, she is rough. I forgot. Okay. Well, it is her turn, and because she also is not going to waste time moving away, she'll just be attacking you. So she does get 3 attacks, but they're all with her spear.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, the first one will not hit you. It is a 12.
Yeah, that will miss.
The second one will not hit you. It's a 13.
Okay.
The third one, however, will hit you, being a 24. And she does 2d8 damage because she has the brute feature. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
And I didn't roll too good on it. It's only 7 plus. So it's 11 plus 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
She's just,
Basically just undoing my second wind.
She's deeply offended. She cut away your second wind. Very good. All right. At this time, Tree. That gentleman who you thought was kind of maybe fun. That shall we say?
Yeah. He
what's
looks
it called?
juicy.
The guy with the stuff. He kind of sort of swaggers over. He's kind of brushing a shattered mug off of his shoulder, and he'll kind of give you a gander and say, "Evening, how's it going with you tonight? Doing all right?"
Yeah, it's good. It's real good.
Oh.
Are you gonna fight?
Oh yeah, I'm fighting. Actually, yeah.
Not with me, but with me against them.
Against who you want me to hit, honey?
Oh, that guy telling the bad jokes.
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was gonna go. You're sending him. You're bringing in.
Yeah.
He goes, Archer. Yeah, I'll go fuck up Archer. I don't even care. 1 second. Yeah, don't
Oh,
worry.
you know him?
Oh, do I know him? Please, come on. Don't worry about it, honey. I got you. Yeah, I got you back. Hey, Archer, and he just runs over and he kind of whistles for all his guys to run over there. And he'll attack Archer with twice with a scimitar and once with a dagger. 17.
And
2 of them
Tree
will
just sits
hit.
and does her hair like this.
Mm-hmm.
She teases it even bigger than it already is.
He's like, yeah, Pig Iron Jim, I'm gonna do it for you. Don't worry about it. I'm Pig Iron Jimmy. Don't worry. I got you, baby. Okay. Well, that happened. It is Monk's turn. Monk is just going to attack. He's attacking Dame. This is some NPC on NPC nonsense. I'm not going to roll all this out. The point is, he continues to attack Dame Lursine from within the webs. Questifer, it is your turn. I believe you do have to make a dexterity save against your own spell here.
I suppose that's true. I succeed.
Yay!
is there a space where someone could stand and still attack somebody inside the web?
I mean, there's certainly they'll be stuck in the web, but yeah, there certainly are places people could try to.
I was just wondering if I was gonna teleport Grayson and myself outside of the web area.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's easily.
I want
you
him
could
to be
do
able
that.
to still attack.
Oh, you want Grayson to still be able to attack Valara from outside?
Well, somebody.
I mean, there are many people he could attack from outside, since now there is a full bar thing. But you will be pulling him away from his primary foe.
Okay. Are you good, Grayson?
Bit better.
Oh, okay. Well. Okay. Cool. Let's well, that sounds like that would be just trouble. Let's not light anything on fire. That seems like a bad idea. So
You want to light on fire? I have rules for if stuff catches on fire. Let's go for it.
No, I was lots of consideration about that. Actually, this is
Yeah, I'm in the web, so don't light it fire, please.
right. Copy that.
What a mess.
Oh,
Well,
bloody wizard.
cool. Yeah, all right. I'm just gonna I don't have anything that's not fire to use. I'm just gonna cast minor illusion and make a copy of myself. Just walking around to everybody going, "Hey guys, let's stop fighting, huh? Let's be friends." And it's gonna do that, and then while it's doing that, I'm gonna walk outside of the web.
Understood. It's difficult terrain, but you have the movement to get from the middle of it out to the thing, no problem. So you'll kind of emerge from that, and there's a little illusory you. I think it doesn't move as the minor illusion, unless. Oh wait, you're an illusion wizard.
I am.
Then it does move, right?
I think
Is
so.
that the deal? Perfect. Great. Love it. Okay, cool. Then that will be Questiver's turn. Tree, you have sent Pig Iron Jim to go attack Odger Rustleshrew, which he seems to be willingly doing. He and his bandits have gone over there. The vibe you get is that the gnome himself is kind of holding his own against this kind of burly, bushy eyebrowed gentleman who's attacking him at your suggestion. The commoners are cowering from these other sort of criminals who are come over and just roughing them up just for the sake of whatever, and more chairs are being thrown, and it's chaos. Questiver has now emerged. Thanrith is also outside. He had tried to do a spell that hadn't worked. Agarita is attacking one berserker. Grayson's in it with that elf who you tried to attack last turn. I'm just giving everyone a positional update here. So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go over with the guy and help. What's his name? Jimmy John? What's he called?
Pig Iron Jim.
Pig Iron Jim.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna do chill touch again on the guy on the dumb joke teller, the dum.
Understood. On the dum. Okay, go ahead and make your attack of your chill touch against him.
Oh my god. 11.
In 11. Again, the chill touch just goes wide, but the gnome kind of sees the spectral hand and looks up and looks at you and gives you this look of what the hell, lady?
We're just having fun.
What? And then Pig Iron, she's like, it's Pig Iron Jim's attacking him again. Great. Roto, unable to break free, is simply you know what? Roto is going to reckless attack. Because you already have disadvantage and stuff. So Roto is going to reckless attack to give himself just a flat thing against you, Agarita. That is since you stabbed him so bad in the foot, that will be an 18 to hit. Does that hit you?
Ow, yes.
All right. And he has the great axe. No, he has them all. So he rolls the two things. One has them all, one has a great axe. That is that's 10 points of damage to you,
Oh.
Agarita, as he smacks you down. But it is your turn to retaliate if you so choose.
How is his health looking?
He is unbloodied because he is a barbarian.
Oh.
Yeah.
So rude!
Oh, actually,
Can
start of
I-
your turn, since you're in the area, go ahead and make the dex save again.
Okay.
Sadly. difficulty save.
14.
14. Ooh, 15. I'm sorry, unfortunately you are all tied up. So you can attack him, it's just at disadvantage, but it's already at advantage against him because he was reckless and he's restrained, so it's a flat roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Just tied up people fighting.
Okay.
So what are you gonna do?
I guess I cannot move at all, right?
When you're restrained, yes, your speed is 0, unfortunately.
All right. So I'm just gonna stab him in the other foot.
Oh, okay, so yeah, it's a flat roll.
I have a 14 to hit. And let's see, 2d6. That's an 8 plus...
14 does hit him. So there we go.
Okay. Extra attacks. 12 damage.
12 damage. Wow. Gotta love those hunter's marks. Okay, Thanrith, it is your turn.
All right. Is there any place that I can get to where I won't be enwrapped in this web?
Yes, I mean...
Sorry, and attack one of the party. Is there anyone I can... Let me ask you this. May I, the lady elf,
Yes.
is it possible for me to get to her without being webbed up?
She is unfortunately within the webs.
And there's no way I can be, like, she's like deep inside.
I will allow you, this is not a typical thing, I would allow you, we can say she's closer to the edge, so I'll do this as an ad hoc thing. I'd allow you to do a, like, extended strike, where you will have disadvantage on it because you're leaning into it to hack her. And you're trying to hack through these illusory webs, so you'll have disadvantage on the attack, but you will not be restrained. It's kind of like a leaning hit. Feels like a disadvantage situation.
And then what are the people? What's the fancy people doing?
So who are the fancy people?
Well, I don't. The dame.
Dame Lursine. She is also
mentioned a dame.
She is stuck in web. She is fighting one of those berserkers. Her knights are also stuck in web. They're getting very frustrated. And meanwhile, out of the web, Tree and Pig Iron Jim and the criminals, basically the little mob here, they are just attacking these commoners and a gnome.
All right, I will. I will. Okay, and then which? Okay. Is it possible for me to try to then step into the web to just attack her?
You can if you succeed on a dexterity saving throw against Questifer. Right. You're not restrained. Yeah.
Right. All right.
You want me to? I mean, I could just drop it if it's too much for you.
No.
If this is hurting us more than them, I could always drop it.
This is fine. All right, I'll go ahead and make eyes at the barkeep, and be like, I shall slowly get up. I shall draw my sword and make my way over, and I will. You know what? I will just sort of lean over. I'll do the thing. I'll go ahead and lean over, and I shall try to attack her non-lethally with my greatsword.
Understood.
All right.
So you are not stepping in. You're doing the disadvantage at a distance.
That's correct. Yeah, I'll go ahead and sort of like stand on my stool.
Yeah,
sort of
stand on a stool, throw
give
over
a little
the thing.
bonk. With,
yeah, perfect.
All right, that is not going to hit. That is a 14 to hit.
A 14 does not hit. Yeah.
It's
not even that you're not getting. It's just like you're not getting through the web. We'll say on that.
All right, and then an 18 to hit. No, 19. Sorry.
A 19. 19 will hit her.
Great. That is 11 points.
11 points. She kind of gets knocked forward, but is just caught by these magical webs that she's in. It is just,
and then why not? Bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and cast Thunderous Smite.
Oh, do you do that? Do you do that before? Is that it's not on the attack?
It's I would have done it before. It's fine. But it carries over.
Oh,
It's
it
a
carries over. Oh,
concentration.
so just for next time. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great. All right.
Oh, actually, you know what? It doesn't make any sense for me to do that. Actually, I'm not going to do that since I
Save it. Just see the situation.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
your point though, Thanrith, you were kind of asking. You kind of looked at the bartender. The bartender is kind of looking around. Actually, Questifer will hear around as we get real low in initiative again. You'll hear him just saying like, "This had better be. This had better be a loose. This had better be go away. It's not gonna stick around, is it? These webs aren't gonna. These webs will disappear, right?"
I'll help you out. I'm gonna go ahead and like actually kind of like sit back down and like get behind the. No, I'll just sit back down in my seat again
Okay.
after my turn.
Understood. You're.
Yeah. Unless you're trying to do a haunted house thing, I can keep them up for you.
I'm
for a little
certainly not trying to do a haunted house. Dame Lursine is also caught in these, for the record. Initiative count 0. Hey, everybody. Roll a dexterity saving throw as more chairs come flying across the room.
You dice.
12.
12. A 12. You take. Good news is it's 1 point of damage if you fail. So-
17.
17. Tree, you're fine. Let's roll for Pig Iron Jim. He fails.
11.
Hey! 11. Yeah, you take 1 point of damage. Thanrith 1. Grayson,
Cute when he
0.
gets hit in the head.
you rolled a 0.
I rolled a 0.
I really feel like you should take something extra for 0, but it's fine. You take 1 point of damage. Questifer, how'd you do that time?
2 on the die, so it's a fail.
So everyone took a point of damage except for Tree.
Yeah.
Man, it's dark times. Grayson, it is your turn. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. I gotta roll to see if the gnome. Ooh. Okay, Grayson, you're actually no longer first at initiative. Our Audra Russell Shrew is now at the top. Audra Russell Shrew is like this Pig Iron Jim guy is on him. This other lady's like shooting at him. It's like, this is crazy. Gonna hack up your person. Yep, that'll hit. That'll hit. I'm gonna do average on this, so that's a total of 30 plus 30. Oh, but he gets to make con saves. I'm sorry, hold on. Fail. Okay, success. Okay, so basically, Tree, you see the little, this little like gnome dressed in the jester stuff. He pulls out a sword that he's kind of been like blocking with, but then suddenly it's like it's one of the fastest things you've probably ever seen. He stabs your friend Pig Iron Jim, just like kind of like cuts at him twice, and you see Pig Iron Jim like like this like his like eyes bulge as if there's like maybe poison on the blade, and your friend Pig Iron Jim is now looking very bad. And he kind of turns and just looks at you like, what are you people doing? That's his turn. Grayson, you're up. Make another deck save.
9.
Still all tied up.
Okay, so I'll keep going after her.
Sure.
That's an 18 for the first attack.
She is going to use her reaction to parry that one. With her, it's a pathetic parry, and it's like you barely manage to get it through the web, and she's like, and then both your weapons like snap back as you like. Okay, go ahead.
All right, second attack is a 22.
A 22. That will hit.
And that is 10 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to do Action Surge
Hey, why not?
and take another 2 attacks at her. Oh, that's terrible. That's a 14.
Does not hit.
And I will take this other one. 15.
That hits.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, hey. That's cool. 13 points of damage. Maximum
Oof.
damage.
Oh no, Pig Iron Jim. Oh no, Valar is next. She will attack you 3 times just because she's mad.
Yeah.
Plus 18 does not hit you.
18 does not hit.
19 does not hit you.
That does not.
22 hits you.
22 hits.
So, very good. 5 plus 6... 11 more points of damage.
Yay.
Are you out?
Not yet.
She's kind of... And every time she hits you with this, like you're getting, like charcoal scoring on your... it's like your armor
Oh, but
is
I
getting
just
all-
got this.
Yeah.
I just got this.
She's like, I'm not a coward!
I didn't say you were.
Oh, man, what are we fighting about?
I don't know.
Pig Iron Jim is on his turn tree. He's gonna kind of like, he's been attacking this guy, and he's gonna look at you and say, hey, darling, don't want to, hey, could you do me a favor, actually? He kind of turns to Tree. He's like, could you help me out here for a second? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Cool? Yeah, okay. He's gonna use his action to kind of disengage and just, like, switch places with her. And put her against, the guy instead.
Well, in that case, the spores are going.
Against him?
Well, no, against whoever he's fighting, the gnome guy.
Oh, okay, sure. How does that work?
That is a great question. Let's find this out
Halo
together.
Spores is, it has a con save. Okay, cool. So we'll do it right now. Con save DC 15. This friend of mine has a
Yes.
+2 to con saves. However, succeeds on the con save. So the spores are there, and this gnome is like, he kind of looks at you and goes, What did I do? Excuse what?
You're not funny.
What? Oh,
You're just funny looking.
okay. First of all, that's funny, but also like, what? Who said I was funny? Okay, and jeez, wow, tough crowd. Cool. Monk fights that other lady. Questifer, what do you want to do, buddy?
Yeah. Is Pig Iron Jim attacking civilians? Was that what was happening?
Pig Iron Jim's friends are roughing up the commoners. I will say none of them are using knives. They're just kind of like punching people and like breaking.
But those
stuff
are his
over.
friends.
Those are his friends, and his friends are attacking the gnome's friends. The one who
Okay.
Tree said attack the gnome.
Got you.
They're only doing
I-
this because Tree said to. Mob wives.
I don't know. I just gave a look and then I'm not responsible.
Oh, this is great. All right.
This is everything you hope a barroom brawl will be.
Perfect. I'm gonna walk over to Pig Iron Jim then and be like, hey, Tree, like what?
Yeah.
Stop them attacking the civilians. That's not nice.
Whoa,
One of my
whoa,
friends here.
buddy,
We should-
buddy. Wait, you with? Hey, you know this guy?
Hey, look.
This is my friend Questifer. We're just friends.
Yeah.
I see. All right. Well, I mean, like, hey, calm down, buddy. Hey, come on.
Look,
We're all
all
having
you
some
guys.
fun here.
Stop. No, well, this is not fun. We're gonna stop this right now. I'm gonna cast 3rd level hold person on Pig Iron Jim and the lady attacking Grayson.
Oh, okay. Okay.
right,
That is a wisdom
Uh,
save.
The webs are gonna disappear when this happens.
Understood.
too.
Great. Okay. Cool. So you're doing it to Pig Iron Jim. It's wisdom.
Yeah.
He doesn't look too wise.
He somehow rolled a 21. Rolled a 19 with a
Alright.
+2. And who's the other one? The Valara. Okay. This one you have a better chance on, I think. Nope, I rolled an 18 on the die. I'm so sorry. No one wants to be. Isn't it so fun to be a magic user in these games? When you do it,
Yeah.
isn't it so fun?
It's great. This is
So
why I always
like
play.
you wait all around, you have so many things to choose. You choose your spell, and everyone's like, failed. They
Yep.
succeeded. They're
Everybody hates you
fine. Yep.
because you did it wrong.
Great. Cool. Tree, it's your turn.
Okay. Can Tree do thaumaturgy,
Yeah.
but like to do like I'm trying to get everybody to stop. I just want them to like I'm doing like a big like if I can get some noise or like a slamming or something that like if I bang my fist on the table real loud, I'm like,
Eerie siren.
hey, and just you know what I mean?
Absolutely,
Really,
a
so
kind of
loud.
like a knock it off vibe. 100%.
Yeah,
I'll tell
like
you
a
what.
knock it off.
You're
And
you're
it's
doing this, and it is very loud. I'm going to let you roll. It's not a huge one of yours, but give me an intimidation. But I'll give you advantage on it because you're using some thaumaturgical, attempting to shut everyone up.
14.
14. It makes a noise, and several people hear it, especially the ones sort of closer to you hear it. Yeah, for sure. It is, I'm gonna say the web is gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So basically hearing that, the berserkers, they don't care. And speaking of whom, Rodo kind of like the web disappears, and then he looks at Agarita, and he looks down at his bloody feet, and he just kind of goes, and he will recklessly attack you at advantage. So he's definitely hitting, but it won't be a crazy. Yeah, he hits you for 23 to hit, and
Do I
deals
have any
you.
reactions?
What's that?
I'm looking for my reactions.
You probably don't have any kind of blocking reaction.
I want to do a bonus action.
Oh, a bonus action. Sorry, what's that?
Who needs some healing? Who's
I-
dropping my
Your
card?
dwarvish friend could probably
Yeah.
use some healing. Although Pig Iron Jim also could, technically.
There's a button.
Meh. Grayson. I cast healing word on Grayson.
Understood. Anyway, when Rodo hits you, Agarita, it deals 12 points of damage.
Oh.
He's very mad about his feet. But Agarita, is your turn to hit back if you'd like.
No, actually, I am going to disengage
Okay.
and move away.
Understood. Easily done. You can definitely get away, de-escalate, no problem. Anything else? That's your action and movement.
Do I have anything else? I mean,
You probably don't have
disengage
another.
is an action.
Disengage in action. So yes, yeah, you get out of there. You're de-escalating. Tree's trying to tell everyone to knock it off. Questifer was trying to get people to knock it off. So for the most part, it seems like that. I will also say that Tree, the people near you, like the bandits, have stopped whacking the commoners. Thanrith, it is your turn.
All right.
Oh,
So-
I should have done something else. Never mind.
I'll look over at Tree and I'll be like, I think maybe this is what you're trying to do. I'll go ahead and cast a bonus action Thunderous Smite, and I shall saunter over to, her name is Valara?
Valara Valaxum, yeah.
Valara Valaxum, and I shall take 2 swings at her with my greatsword, doing non-lethal damage.
Okay.
It's a 26 to hit.
Hits.
All right. Oh boy. So that's that is 20 points. So 10 points of greatsword damage and 10 points of thunder damage.
Nice.
And she needs to make a thunderclap breaks out, and
She needs a
that's
strength
audible.
save.
Yes, correct. And I say, "You're not a coward."
Okay. You're not a coward. She does make the strength save. I assume that a 21 beats your
Yes,
DC.
that's true. And so
but-
then I'm gonna just, go ahead.
Yeah, no, but she's like, but I'm not a coward. That's what I've been saying.
You're not, and I'm gonna say like, why do I need to beat it into you? And then I'm gonna smack her again.
Hit her again. Cool.
That doesn't work. That's an 11.
Yeah, the
do I
second
need to
time she'll
beat it
probably
in
just kind of like move. Move it aside. All right.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Trey, how much healing?
Oh yeah, Tree. How did you do your healing word?
Oh yeah, you got 6 points.
Oh, thank you very much.
There we go. All right. At initiative count 0, one last volley of stuff. Some of it was thrown before, these things were. So everyone give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. No, 9. 13.
18.
1
Well.
on the die.
1 on the die. Grayson?
12.
Oh, so heartbreaking. Grayson, Tree, and Thanrith, you all take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you're smacked by one last thing. However, at the top of initiative, there has been a loud slam of thaumaturgical kind of like knock it off. Thanrith, there's been a massive thunderclap of Not a Coward, but now there is one more huge whack from the bar as Jude Barrel Chest says, "All right, that's enough. You've all done this. You've caused enough damage. Everyone sit down." And the rest of the bar all look around and just are like, okay. And they do so without incident. Do you guys also follow that rule? Grayson, do you still attack?
No. I'll sit down.
Okay, then we'll
I'm gonna sit on Jimmy John's lap.
You sit down on
No.
you sit out on his lap.
Yeah, but I cast mending on his face.
On his face.
I make sure he trims his eyebrows a little bit with the mending.
He's like, "Hey, what are you doing, baby? That sort of tickles. Hey, whoa, come on, hey, that feels weird."
I'll just turn to Valera. Is that right?
Valara Veloxen, yeah.
Valara. See. So tell us this Leviathan story already.
She sort of sits down and she will begin to recount. She was, so I was in a, just like as if it isn't a thing. She's just like, yeah. So she kind of turns like a broken chair over and kind of wedges the seat back into it.
I'll mend it for her.
Yeah. It's like so yes. Like I was saying, we were a mercenary party. We were hired by one of the armies for some scouting work. We were going through the mountains there. Now I don't know if you know that don't know about the sort of the mountains are they're you can't navigate them right now. The Hammerstead Mountains there's this thing in them. It's Leviathan. I'm telling you, it's the worst beast I've ever seen. It's got every sort of advantage. It's just the teeth are sharp, the claws are powerful. It breathes at its heat. Cross-cut with this tree is that Pig Iron Jim is telling you all about this thing. He's kind of saying like, yeah, I know that Leviathan. It's it's pretty crazy. It's got, what's funny about it though? It's got purple flippers.
What? Ew!
Yeah, I know, right? Purple
Oh,
flippers.
Oh,
It's-
tree is just mesmerized.
And it's got a tail that like can sting you, And this pot's pretty crazy, but like I swear on my mother's cooking. It can swim through a rock. You know what I'm saying? It can like swim straight.
I
through
knew
a rock.
you were a mama's boy. I could tell.
Well, how could you tell? Come on, please. If someone isn't, who's not a mama's boy? You know what? You know how I know you have good taste aside from what you're wearing and how you're presenting yourself? You know how I have good taste? Because the first thing you did when you walked in here is you said, I wanna get that little gnome over there. Because he's garbage taste. He's a garbage person.
Oh, he's hot garbage. Okay.
He thinks he's so funny.
noted.
He's wrong.
He's not even funny.
He's not even funny. But yeah, anyway. So meanwhile, this is happening over with the others, the explanation of she's just saying, my whole party, they were torn apart and I didn't run. I was knocked off of a cliff and I landed in snow.
Excuse me, ma'am.
What?
What does it? Why is the Leviathan in the mountains? I thought it was in the ocean or something.
Well, it is. Its lair is down in the crunch beyond the mountains, and that's why all the trade has stopped, because the mountain passes aren't safe for sort of the sea route that brings things to here. Now people have to go overland so far around the mountains, and that's why trade has dried up here in Hammerstead. It's making the war even worse. But this beast is the worst part of it.
Oh.
I'm not lying, and I didn't run away from it.
Right.
Right.
No, but I said you were.
What's the if I sit down at the bar, what's the bartender think about all this Leviathan talk?
The bartender, if you go to him and ask about the Leviathan, he'll sort of say, yeah, well, look, travel over the mountains is basically over with. There is a beast out there. Personally, I believe Valara did see it. I don't know about anyone else who's claiming they have, but I think that Valara...
Is there any money in it, killing this thing? You know, with some reward and stuff?
He'll kind of look at you guys and say, you certainly were... You weren't unimpressive in that fight, and you also were trying to de-escalate things, which I appreciate. Tell you what, get your group together. I'll have a chat with you. Go back to your booth in the back. I'll come chat with you. I'm gonna go check on your Daisy first. He grabs some more slop to take out to your boar. But basically, so yeah, Fenrith. He'll say he'll chat with you if you can get everyone away. Meanwhile, Tree is talking to Pig Iron and Valara's story has become very repetitive. But every time she talks about and I saw one of my friends, he got bit right in half, and Roto and Monk are just like, yeah. One other thing you may notice through this, you guys have not really spoken to Dame Lursine, but you sort of might overhear her. Questifer will say maybe you pass by since you haven't been actively talking to anyone else. You notice her sort of saying to her knights of like, if only we could find better people here, because we must raise an army to go after to get this Leviathan, this sort of defeatist attitude, or what you're seeing from Valara with nothing can be done to stop it, or Pig Iron Jim trying to take advantage of the situation. We need to form an army, but I know that the fighting is elsewhere right now. It's just this war is not.
You'll never find a better army.
Oh.
Never find a better army than us.
Oh, well you'll. Oh,
Oh,
hello.
we are
Toughest.
adventurers.
So Agarita, while this is happening, you and Thanrith are talking
Yeah.
to Jude, yeah.
Oh.
So she'll kind of turn to Questifer and say, well, sort of you're adventurers, are you?
Yeah, that's
Well,
why we
walk
went
over.
and said hello.
Well, listen, that sounds perfect. I would think it would be very noble of you if you went off against this Leviathan. I have not faced it myself, but I will wish you all due benefit and grant to you sort of any
thanks.
advantage I can.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and Questford, let's go sit. We're gonna chat about this with the barkeep. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, okay. I thought she was. Well, okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go do it then.
Perfect.
Oh,
yes.
we're gonna go talk to the barkeep about it.
Oh yes. Talk to Jude. He might have some ideas.
You don't need
Great.
to talk to people like that. You don't need to talk to
Well, she was gonna give us stuff.
fancy dance. No. Yeah,
It was a job.
It was a it was a way for her to control you, is what it was.
Hmm.
I noticed that my friends are moving
Yeah.
over to the bar, and I get off of Piggy Jimmy's lap, and
Whoa. Huh?
I gotta go. You hang tight.
Oh,
I
I mean,
go
you know,
over to the
look,
bar
hey,
and
listen,
stuff.
I might be around later, I might not. You know, I got a lot of going on, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'd wait around for you, but I'm not gonna wait around all night, if you know what I mean. I mean, this isn't even the only bar I'm gonna hit up tonight, you know. Then there's the after party, then there's,
After party.
you know. But hey, it's nice meeting you.
She does her hair, and she just turns and walks
Yeah.
really slowly away.
All right. And then as he walks away, this is not quite the vibe. This is a little more whatever. But all of his bandits get around and like, hey, he's like, hey, right. In any case, Grayson, you probably also noticed that
I'll say. Very sorry. It's a tragic story.
Yes, it is.
Sorry for all your friends' loss.
It really
Glad you
is.
survived it though.
Well, I did. That is true.
You're very fortunate. But looks like my group is sort of gathering over there, and I see like Fenrith very impatiently staring at me. So I probably should go join him. But thank you for sharing your story.
Sure.
Condolences.
Well, and to your armor, but it should wipe off.
I
Ember
think
is
it'll
not
buff
a,
out.
Ember's a sort of she kind of
Ember?
she sort of like slams her spear on the ground, and the top of it kind of like just like has like a little fiery thing, and it smells just like firewood.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, spilled so much wax. You guys don't even worry about it. Let's not even worry about it right now. It'll just dry onto the keyboard. Everything's fine. The point being, yes, if you guys sort of go over there, the Jude Barrel Chest will sort of make his way over, and he'll bring you guys a round of alcohol, and he'll sort of say, all right, so as you can see, folks around here, they're agitated over this Leviathan. You can't really blame them. But since you seem to be able to sort of handle yourselves without losing your heads, maybe you'd be interested in going up the mountain, trying your hand against this beastie.
There money in it?
There is. I don't have a lot, you know. I'm sort of not. I'm just a businessman, and it's, to be honest with you, it's not really affecting my business as bad as others. I have plenty of stores, but sort of to just help ease things in town, I could probably offer you around 200 gold apiece. And I'm not sure if this sweetens the deal and much, but I can give each of you a bottle of very good ale, and,
Oh.
or a barrel of ale each of you, and a bottle of very good whiskey. Well, how many of you are there? I can swing that, yeah, that's fine.
And Daisy can come into the bar if we kill the Leviathan.
You know what? If you kill the Leviathan, we'll have a boar's night.
Boar's night out. Boar's night
Boar's
out.
night out. I will allow that. That's sorry, my hands are covered in. Smell just like whiskey and firewood. Yeah. So if you guys actually, no roll is required just because it's whatever with it. You suspect he is not being untrue about how much money he could spend. Sometimes in these games, everyone's like, let's do an insight check and see if we can get more money. This guy, that's kind of what he could afford.
He's just a hardworking guy, you know?
He's just a hardworking guy. But that is sort of the proposal.
Right. Perfect.
Sounds like fun.
I don't know that the story I just heard would lead me to believe it's fun, but it's definitely the kind of thing we would do.
Listen,
Could be an
That's all right.
adventure.
It would
you
be a
know.
good thing for the folks, yeah?
if you're
Like
a story?
Leviathan with flippers. I mean, come on.
if you're talking to Valara, I would say that I'm sure this is a beast. The story seems to get worse and more terrifying every time she tells it. You understand?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
But
He's a good storyteller.
precisely. Don't believe anything you hear from Pig Iron Jim, though. He ain't seen it.
Fair enough.
He doesn't go in the mountains. Anything he tells you is lies. But yeah, you can, certainly, we got some rooms here. I'll comp your rooms for the evening, so you can rest
Perfect.
here and set out tomorrow morning. We might.
Great.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Give it a bit of a rest, yeah.
So as you guys prepare for your rest, Dame Lursine will actually she sort of stops, and Jude mentions and gestures to you, and she sort of walks over to you guys upon hearing this, and she will say, so it appears you are going to go on this mission.
Maybe.
Well,
Definitely.
in that case, I'm going to I'm going to lend you some assistance.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds
If
great.
you're willing. I cannot venture to those to those mountains, unfortunately. Believe me, I would love to be leading this charge, but I cannot go to the mountains.
Is it the thin air?
Sure. Yes, the thin air. Yes, precisely.
Yeah, I hear you.
So she pulls this flask out and sets it down on the table. This is a magical thing, and you can use it in your quest if you think it will help you. It's actually it is from Jude Barrelchest. Actually, it is sort of something he created, but I figured he would probably approve of me loaning it to you for now.
What's the catch?
What do you mean the catch?
Like what? Why? Why are you giving this to us?
So that
What do you want?
So you can defeat the Leviathan.
Yeah. What does it do?
So, if you unstopper the flask and you sort of say a command word, which she'll tell you, the command word is PT. So it's not open, so it's fine, but it's PT. If you open it, this creature comes out of it.
Oh.
It is. Do you know what a water elemental is?
Sure.
Yeah.
It is effectively a water elemental, but this one is formed of rich aged whiskey.
Ooh.
It's a whiskey
Is it-
elemental?
Oh,
Effectively.
that is
Yes.
awesome.
Ah.
Is it kind of drunk too?
Do you speak the sort of primordial languages?
I think.
No.
If you
I
do,
speak Dwarvish.
Yes. If you can speak
No.
Aquan, yes, it speaks a very sort of like slurred, weird form. It sounds sort of like Australian. The point is, it's a little, I don't know if you guys are aware that linguists think the Australian accent is just British drunk.
That's good to me.
But she'll say yes, it was sort of Jude sort of created this, or would be sort of a long time ago. The point is, it has a sort of one of these elementals taught him how to homebrew, and he sort of was able to summon one through this devout endeavor. The point being, perhaps it will aid you on your quest. I don't know.
Oh,
Perhaps.
yes, thank you.
Quick question.
Yes.
More technical. If we set it on fire, is that would it hurt it, or would it?
I've never thought to
Not
do
hurt
that,
it.
but I don't know. I don't know how flammable. I don't know the sort of is. Side note: is whiskey specifically flammable, or is its alcohol level not high enough? Because not all liquor is flammable.
Yeah, what drinks do they
Um,
light on fire? Let's
It
Google.
depends on whiskey is usually not that high proof
Yeah.
unless it's
Right.
specifically like a wild turkey 101 or something like that,
Oh no. Yeah. If it's a 100 proof, it'll go up. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she'll say, "I've never thought of that, but that yes, maybe lighting it on fire might hurt it or might grant it. Might make it hurt other things more. So I would say
Okay.
use your best judgment.
Sure. Is it a one-time use thing?
I think it is I think you're only able to do it once each day.
If I go Pablo, will it go back in the container?
If you go Pablo. Wait,
Oh yeah. How does it go back into the bottle?
Lady Pablo.
it just sort of you can use it once per day and it's the conjure elemental spell. Hold on. It is an hour. It only lasts for an hour maximum, or until it is destroyed.
And it won't attack us, right?
No, but it will attack you if you break your concentration on it.
Oh, so somebody
Or it
has
will
to
attack
concentrate.
anything. Yes. Sort of drunkenly attack everything. Yes.
This is great. Thank you. That was like the best gift ever.
Certainly.
You know what we
Very
should do?
kind.
We should summon an elemental and have a whiskey elemental party. What we should do right now.
No, not right now.
I wouldn't do it in the
Frozen-
bar. If you saw, Jude is very particular about what creatures are in here at certain times, so I wouldn't do it now. Up in your
Well, we
room,
know
maybe you
it.
could, but I'd be careful.
Suppose we drink the elemental because it seems like
Yeah.
weird.
A little weird.
While this
What's
is
that, not
going
kill
on,
it?
Tree, you notice that pig iron
Like a
Jim
magic
is,
orgy.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not putting that.
Not another one of
toxicity in
those,
my body.
Christopher.
Um,
Always disappointing.
Fine.
Tree, you notice that Pig Iron Jim is beginning to pack up, but he kind of gives you like a look and kind of is like, come here. I got wants to talk to you before he leaves.
I'll go over to him, but okay.
So listen, little
What?
little birdie just told me that you said like some kind of big shot adventurer, huh? I didn't know I was in the presence of a big shot adventurer like you. It's very impressive.
You can't judge the look of a book.
That's
you know?
true. You can never judge a cover by a book. That's what I've always said.
No.
Yeah. Unless it's like real classy. If it's leather, then you can judge it. If it's like
Yeah,
really
that's
nice leather, then you should
That's
judge
a
it. You
nice
should judge
book,
it positively.
yeah.
Just like you can't judge a house by the exterior, except you can, because if there's not marble columns, it's like, what are you people even doing?
All of the trees where I live look like marble columns.
That's like one of like honestly, I mean like where you been, huh? You're not from this town, huh? Yeah, I can tell.
No.
Yeah, I would have known about you if you were. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Yeah.
Just wanted to kind of let you know, a little birdie sort of maybe mentioned you guys were going to go be big shot adventurers, which I really think is great. But I'm telling you, I know all about this Leviathan thing, right?
What do you know?
What I know? He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a stone. He goes, "You see this?"
Don't put the evil eye on me.
Oh no, please! I would never. Come on, you kidding me? I will never do that. Please, no. What this is, though, is to that Leviathan, this is the evil eye or the evil stone. It's really an evil stone because it's not an eye. One
Can I
blow.
borrow it then?
Yeah. Well, not borrow it. I mean, look, I'm a businessman. This kills it in one shot. If you got a sling or you just throw it, you hit that Leviathan with this thing, it's dead in one shot. I have
What's the
this
mechanism of that? That doesn't make no sense.
It's enchanted. It's magics.
Oh.
It's just magical. Listen, I can part with this for 100 gold.
Does anybody overhears this?
He called her.
Can I
over, so
do
probably
detect magic to make sure that it's enchanted?
not. You can do a detect magic, absolutely. You're doing much more than the guidance of this, but please do a detect magic. Yeah.
Okay. What do I do? Is that a roll?
Nope. You just do it. You cast it. You use a third level spell slot, or first level spell slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You use a first level spell slot. 0 magic on this stone at all.
Okay.
Ooh, whoa, she's waving her hands around. Oh, you're like enchanting me. Ooh. What do you think?
I don't like players, and I don't like tricksters. Okay. It takes one to know one.
Wow, you look really woody.
I left my life of fraud behind, and I think that you should do the same. And she turns around and walks away.
Wow, I'm not a fraud. You don't even know I'm not a fraud. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to do you a favor. Wow. Goodness gracious. You think, I guess there really are no good ones out there. Fine, whatever. Come on, boys. And they head out.
On my way up, I'm gonna stop by the table with Dame and the Knights.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna discreetly cast Purify Food and Drink on all their drinks. For these
Okay.
classist, flippin', royalist, good for nothing,
Go
favor
ahead and,
giving.
Go ahead and I guess do a sleight of hand if you're trying to do that quietly.
Okay, 13.
13. Okay. Let's see what her passive. It's a shame. She notices you sort of kind of doing some sort of subtle thing. Are you trying to make it so the alcohol won't intoxicate them? Is that what you're? Is that the?
Yes,
petty thing
exactly.
you're
Yeah,
doing?
exactly. Yeah, I'm giving them all like O'Douls.
So she kind of sees
Like
that
really
you're-
bad non-alcoholic like brew.
She sees that you're casting a spell, and she'll kind of say, "Oh, is something wrong?"
I just wanted to make sure that nothing would harm any of you all. So, have a good night.
Oh, thank you. She
Thanks
sort of
for the-
pauses, and you can finish it up. Okay, yeah.
The blessing for your drinks.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you're a paladin. Oh, well, yes, much appreciated. The knights are like, oh, a paladin. Oh, that's a big deal.
No, yeah.
That's a big deal to knights like
I'm
us.
gonna
That's
walk
like-
away. I'm gonna walk away.
Wow, a knight. Okay, well, he purified it, and they all kind of do a
Yeah,
another round, please.
yeah. It's communion wine now.
Oh, it isn't wine, it's grape juice. With that, if you guys want to go upstairs, you've been given a couple of rooms. You are certainly welcome to summon an elemental and drink it. That will be weird if you do so. Because the elemental will follow your commands. Oh, but then if whoever summons it loses concentration from getting drunk, that'll be so bad. Let's roleplay it real quick. Yes, Agarita?
Please, let's not.
I don't invite in that kind of toxicity into my life anymore.
Nor should you.
I'd like to sneak Daisy up into the room.
Daisy can probably be, if you're not in the food area, Daisy can be taken up to a room. Although if that is being entertained, he's gonna put you in a different room.
What if I cast Pass Without a Trace and then just walk up?
Oh, you're gonna sneak her in.
Uh-huh.
Understood. Okay, go ahead and do a Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah?
And go ahead and roll. Go ahead and make a stealth roll. I'll roll one for Daisy.
Oh, I rolled a 19 plus 7 is 26.
All right. So the good news for you is that Daisy you are undetected. The bad news is what happens if I roll really low, because you get a plus 10 to this. And his passive, our dear friend's passive perception is... God, how did people do before D&D Beyond? How did you check all these stat blocks?
Very slowly.
Could I make him roll with disadvantage if I cast a minor illusion?
I think this guy knows his bar pretty well, unfortunately.
Oh.
However, Daisy rolls high enough and doesn't oink at all, and you are able to sneak Daisy up into your room.
Daisy's a smart pig.
All right, so let's roll for damage to the room that Daisy does.
She does not do damage.
Roll for tusk damage. All right, well, everybody, with that, as you guys head up to your rooms, that is where we'll end tonight's session.
All right.
Ooh.
So, you have a mission next week.
Survive the brawl.
Next week, we will be lighting a different candle called Mountaintop, which reflects where you're going. Ooh, yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, Mountaintop next week. We'll be lighting it as we venture up into the mountains. And there was a little combat today, but there'll be more next week. Or actually, there's definitely some combat next week. But I'll just peek behind the curtain. Next week's also, it's so exciting to be doing this in the proper order, unlike Stealth where we did it all backwards. But one fun thing about this is you guys will be going into this. It's kind of a random encounter thing. So you'll make checks and it's all random encounters, so it's like almost replayable. There's like 20 some odd options. You'll do, at least 3 of them. So we'll see how it goes. So thank you all. We're gonna go ahead and blow these out. I'll do the quickest thing. We have other games on the channel. Monday night tomorrow is the Dreamlands. Wednesday is Top Flight Tales. Friday is Blood from a Stone. 1 week from tonight is back with this, 7:30 p.m. Go to our Discord to interact with us, our YouTube to watch old episodes, our wiki to see how this all goes together. Okay, there we go. Mine has wax going down the side of it because I spilled it earlier. So with that, thank you all for watching, and until next time, lights out. Bye-bye. Did you get wax on you?
Yeah.
Understood. All right. Night, everybody.